Welcome, everybody, to Scott County High School for tonight's 42nd District. Well, for the Cards, it's the boys basketball finale in the 42nd District for the regular season. Henry Clay's still got some work to do. We'll talk about over the next week, but this is a lot of districts have wrapped up their seasons, and consequently, some teams packed it in until the playoffs start next week. But this will be the final game of the regular season all the way around for Scott County with a record of 8-9, 2-4 in the district as they go up against Henry Clay. Its record of 10-5, 2-2 in the district. So it's a pivotal game in terms of who's going to play whom next week. And the Cardinals, certainly their goal is to avoid the 4-5 play-in game and avoid being on the same side of the bracket as Frederick Douglass. So a lot at stake tonight, Derek Varney.
You know, it's funny, Cal, that we've been sitting here talking about Scott County possibilities of a 4-5 game. That's something we haven't discussed over the years many times at all. The implications on this game tonight are just are great. You know, Scott County comes into this game, and that's what you and I were talking about earlier before coming on air. It's just where are we? Weird. It's very weird that have packed it in. You know, you don't want to think that. When you get the body language you see, and Coach Glenn talking to him, he's still very passionate and very motivated. And as he and I talk, he says to me, I can't be the one that's the most passionate and motivated right now.
Yeah, I hope it's just a product of the complete lack of energy in this building. That was the reason for what we saw in warm-ups. But there did seem to be kind of this palpable, going through the motions. And let's hope that turns once the ball is inbounded and we're ready to go. But yeah, this team has been a lot more streaky than last year. Last year's team would lose 2, win 2, picked it up. This group started 1-5, won 6 in a row, and now they have lost 4 out of 5. But if you look at the schedule, early in the season there was some close. There was an overtime game up to Mason County. It was a close game, decided at the buzzer at Madison Central. But a lot of the other games, they've kind of beaten the teams they should beat, and they've struggled against the teams you might have expected them to struggle against.
Yes, and it's just not like a normal Scott County team to play to the competition. Normally, Scott County plays Scott County basketball. They're going to play hard. They're going to get after you defensively, which is where they've really struggled this year. Watching other teams play against Scott County, everything kind of comes easy. Their best scorers are scoring and being the leading scorers each night. When you go in the game, knowing that a Deshaun Jackson can't beat you every single time out, and it's almost like that's what happens. So now, with Henry Clay having the games left that they need that they have to play in the district, there's still good hope for Scott County here. You get in the 2-3 game and you win that district. There's no telling what can happen in the 11th region, as we saw last year, just getting to the tournament.
Henry Clay is in the middle of 6 games in 7 days to wrap up its season. It beats Sayre on Thursday by 13, beat Tate's Creek by 7 on Friday, lost to Douglass by 11 on Saturday, so that's fairly comparable to what Scott County did over there the night before. They've got this game, then they have to go home and play Douglass tomorrow and go to Bryan Station on Wednesday. That's what they're up against. They were to lose out. Scott County, to win this game, to get its 3rd district win, could put themselves ahead of Henry Clay in that pecking order, and maybe Henry Clay would have to deal with that first-round game against Sayre, which would Bryan Station again, 1 game away from getting in the region. So, as we said, a lot on the line here if Scott County can just play its A game.
You're exactly right. I just don't see that one separated team. Scott County's always been separated from the district. Your Henry Clay, Bryan Station, Sayre, Douglass, up and down. Henry Clay's got a couple losses, and again, they got 7 games, 6 days, or the other way around. I feel sorry for the manager. The guy's got to wash all the uniforms real quick. He's got his job cut out for him.
It feels like Douglass is kind of a neck ahead of the field, but other than that,
right.
I mean, on any given night, I think they can be beaten. Dunbar beat them early in the year, but just beat Catholic last week. But Douglass hasn't lost since the 3rd game of the season. They feel like a top 10 caliber team in the state. But they're beatable. And then, as I said, 2-5, I think Douglass in the first round, and to not have to play a game just to get there, I think as evenly matched as the district is, don't want to have to take.
You do not. And tonight that starts here. They can put everything behind them that's led up to here and say, hey, let's go. Let's get our defense back. Let's Henry Clay basically embarrassed them in the second game of the season. That was after a tough Madison Central loss where they went overtime. I'm going to give them that one. And then, the next night they have to go to Henry Clay. I'm going to put that one on Coach Glenn for scheduling on that one. So I'm going to lay, and he takes the blame for that himself. But anyway, start tonight. I mean, this is you might as well. This is a district game. This is just like the district tournament. And they can, they can really send out a message tonight.
You look at the consistency is the other thing we've talked about in terms of their wins and losses, but also in terms of production. They've got 7 guys on the team. I was going over in my head tonight that have had a double-digit scoring game at least once this season, and all of those guys average between 6.5 and 12.4. The crazy thing is all of them have had at least 1 0 game in there, and it's just that's not Scott County-ish either. You don't see that kind of drop-off where a guy will have a stretch of double-digit games and then have a 0.
That's what's kind of maddening about this team. You say, okay, when we talked about them being backed in the corner, that they weren't round in the corner, formed around, come out of it, and by golly, they went the opposite direction.
Yeah, the wheels are spinning in the corner.
Right,
now.
Exactly right.
We're going to find out in just a few seconds. We're going to have the anthem. We'll give you the starting lineups, and then we'll get this thing on the road. And pretty well last year. A little different feeling, but that can change with you shortly. Welcome back. Cal Oaks, Derek Varney here for Scott County Henry Clay boys basketball to wrap up the 42nd District season for the Cardinals. Their starting lineup tonight: Chase Grigsby, the senior; Wes Richardson, the senior. They were mainstays during that 6-game win streak. Came off the COVID break, and he stormed back with a couple of games where he hit a combined 10 threes and got them on the right track. Then the 3 juniors: Micah Glenn, Jeremy Hamilton, and Nick Mosby will round out the lineup. We're going to see Jay-Z Colin Brown, one of the starters. I assume that's the younger son for Coach Daniel Brown. A.Z. Blackwell, he's been their leading scorer for the Blue Devils this year. He certainly torched the Cardinals the first time around this season. Kyan Miller, Kanye Henderson. As we mentioned, they have split their last 4 games. They've had what looks like 3 different COVID breaks this year. They had a 4-game win streak at 2 points, actually. 3rd through 6 games of the season, which began with Scott County, and then a run in early February. So they're a team with a lot of talent, but they've had a lot of interruptions and a lot of distractions, and now their schedule is so backed up that maybe Scott County catching them at a good time.
Yeah, let's hope that Scott County's gotten the bad play out of their system. I don't mean bad play. I mean kind of bad luck. You create your own breaks, but what's happening in Scott County's game is they're breaking. Lo and behold, you look up and you're down double digits. So let's try to put that behind us if I'm Coach Glenn, I'm telling us put that behind us. Let's don't worry about what happened in the past and move on from here.
They've really gotten hurt by inability, leaving guys open, especially against Douglas in those two games. Felt like the other night in the third quarter, and it wasn't any one guy; it was different guys, and it's just it's been hard for them to deal with other teams' weapons. Emerson plays pass with.
He's playing a little softer man to man than they're trapping. Let's see if they trap any ball screens. Haven't had a ball screen yet.
3-point attempt is it bounces in by. So it's 3-0 Devils as the shooter's roll goes to the visiting team right off the bat.
That's kind of the Scott County luck I was talking about lately.
And a little snake bitten. Mosby on the wing. Gets it over to Grigsby, open three. Likes to see him get hot, but he misses the first one. Mosby right there for the rebound, though. Gets it partially blocked by Henderson, and Henderson comes away with a rebound.
Like to see Nick going back up on the same side with that. I'm not so sure about the dribble.
Madison throws it away to Micah Glenn. Grigsby on the picks up his dribble, gets it over to Elias Richardson in the corner to Mosby now, closely guarded. Spins along the baseline, air ball, and a rebound by AZ Black. Pass inside, beautiful play there. He gets fouled by Grigsby.
Good foul.
Very good foul to send Lynch to the line, make him earn it. 3-0 Devils, 6. As a free throw shooter, not really good, 61.1%. So I probably just jinxed him and hit them both.
Nope,
misses the first.
Again, good foul chase, Grigsby.
Front rim.
He did not give up a layup and makes him go. Mr. Lynch go to the line and earn him from 15 feet instead of 2 feet.
Much different. Makes the second one. Henry Clay. Minute and 15 seconds in. Grigsby.
Let's see Scott Kennedy just run some offense here. Spread it out, just run offense. See if Henry Clay is going to play defense every possession.
Glenn gets it inside to Hamilton, who spins. Now kicks it out to Grigsby. Grigsby inside to Mosby. Tried to get it to Hamilton. Tried to thread the needle. Hamilton recovered before.
Mike on that. I mean, that right there is something you're going to get every now and then. But if Micah takes that 2 dribbles past his man and pulls up in the lane, he's going to be a lot better because, as you see in past games, he's really overextending himself.
Did they not count the hoop? Now they're going to have a discussion because it did. Please tell me one of you saw it. It is good. So the Cards are on the board with 6:19 remaining, first quarter. Glenn will get a chance to lead.
And they're going to fall. Right now, they're just not falling for him.
3-point play there for Glenn.
Pretty good on there, wasn't it?
That's what we like to see. Inside to Lynch. Thought he walked. He gets blocked again and fouled again by Mosby.
Cal, did you see how late the backside help from Nick Mosby was? He's coming over and helping when the guy catches it. You have to be there before or when the ball hits the guy. You have to already be there.
Yep, you were on an island at that point and helpless to do anything but clutch and grab, and Lynch will make the first. He'll get another with 6:11 remaining here, first quarter. 5-3 Henry Clay. First time these two teams met this year, as we said, a Henry Clay victory, 6 way back in early January, as Lynch makes the second as well. January the 8th, to be exact.
Right here, just keep spreading it out and run offense. Run offense, got to get a gap to get in the lane. There you go, Micah.
Glenn with that driving dish, knocked out of bounds. It will stay with the Cardinals. Lynch got a hand on it.
Gather yourself and go straight up for the little bank shot or the little short jumper. Once Micah learns that, he's going to be dangerous.
Doesn't need to make the extra pass there. I mean,
right.
Sometimes it's nice, but in that situation, you had the clear path to the hoop.
He can take the guy guarding him, I guess, look at it any time.
Richardson kicked to Glenn for 3, in and out. Rebound comes to Henry Clay and Kanye Henderson. Henderson bounce pass ahead to Lynch. Richardson knocks it out of bounds. It will stay with Henry Clay. So it's obvious Lynch is going to be a target inside.
Yes,
early.
He is.
Most likely, because Lynch certainly isn't their number one threat. Brown, guarded by Glenn, gets it.
And right there, they got the guy that shot the ball there. I don't think that Henry Clay wanted him to be the one taking that on an out-of-bounds under.
I think they like him mostly.
Sure.
Maybe the occasional 3, but that mid-range jumper just was not even close. Glenn inside to Richardson, left elbow. Drives on Lynch. He was just well covered there and puts it up off the glass too strong.
Good hands.
Ball tipped, recovered by Henry Clay, though. Driving kick to Henderson for three. We mentioned but he misses front rim, and the rebound comes down to Glenn. Quickly up to Mosby. Mosby spins inside. All kinds of spins and fakes. And gets it to fall. Nick Mosby's first two. It's just what you said. A couple of guys have kind of gone in there like the bull in the china closet. But Mosby collected his thoughts. And own goal.
By, I think Elias did that.
I think we'll give it to Lynch. He was right there, but Elias might the game momentarily. We were down to 4:15 in the first quarter. 8-5, Henry Clay.
This is where Scott County cannot stand. They cannot stand around here.
Mosby dishes to Richardson, who wasn't really ready for it. Missed the short-range jumper. And the rebound comes down to AZ Blackwell. Brown over in the corner to Madison.
Lynch is by. There we go. Elias has to find his man as Coach Glenn shouts at him.
Henry Clay will reset. Henderson up top, guarded by Glenn. Gets it over to Brown, guarded by Mosby. Another nice bounce pass to Lynch. Tries to go up and under. He'll get fouled again by Mosby on the way by.
The two on
second. Third on the team. And Haynes, I think, will probably come in for Mosby now.
Going to the line for his fifth and sixth free night. Is that right? Or maybe 7 or 8?
That is correct. That's he's 4 for 5 now.
Right. And we got 3:38 left in the first quarter. He's imposing his will inside.
A concerted effort to get him the ball. It was just beautiful old school bounce pass type basketball there. Get it inside to the big man. He's not overwhelmingly big, but Scott County doesn't have much size.
They do not.
He's now made 5 out of 6. It's 10-5. 3-point attempt by Glenn is
Attaboy.
Good.
First one he was really close on and went down and out.
Glenn 6 of the 8. Cards within 2. 3:15 to play first quarter. Brown to Henderson.
I say you just slough off on this Henry Clay team. I don't know.
Wilhite Oliver Brown rushes the pass, got tipped, recovered in traffic.
Good D right there.
His number one, Miller, and he turns it over.
Yep.
They forced that, did the Cardinals, with a good timely double team there at the foul line.
I like when Scott County's much better. I think this team, this personnel is much better when they're not attacking and they're not trying to. Their problem is giving up so many layups.
They've had their most success this year doing that way. Inside to Hamilton for his first 2 to tie it up. Nice pass from Glenn.
Great pass.
10 apiece, 2:45 remaining first quarter. 5-0 run for the Cards.
Micah's having a great first quarter.
Yep, the 6 points and the beautiful dime there. 3-point attempt. He drops it to Grigby, who pushes the tempo. Now he'll dribble back out and find Wilhite. Wilhite to Hamilton. Haynes in the corner for 3. Yes.
Attaboy.
8-0 run, and the Cards are in front for the first time tonight, 13-10.
Catch and shoot by Isaiah right there. He needs to get on track. He didn't play because he was gone. He doesn't get the start tonight. Now he comes in and knocks first 3-pointer down.
You gotta love that, as Isaiah Haynes is one of those weapons that can make a big difference for this team down the stretch. They've got so many guys that if they can get hot at the right time, they could be a very difficult team to defend. But so far this season, it's just been. But again, a lot right in this. 2-4 in the district. Henry Clay at 2-2. So a win would put Scott County up a game, but Henry Clay would have a couple in hand that they have to play later this. Henry Clay struggling from outside. That's good news for Scott County.
Very good news.
Wilhite.
That's exactly right. That's what I was saying. Keep letting them. Do not let them get by you and drive. Let them shoot. I don't think they have enough shooters to stand out there and beat them.
And nobody but Lynch has gotten to the rim either. So
need to cut hard right here. Good hard cuts.
Haynes to Grigsby. Grigsby to the foul line. Floater. Can't get it to roll in. Reed comes down to Black. Over the top quickly to Henderson. Henderson runs into Wilhite, and they're going to call the foul on Andrew, as he was late.
Yep.
Checking in for Henry Clay. Henry Lynch. So I'm going to assume Harrison and Henry are brothers. They look a lot alike.
Mm-hmm. The lynch mob.
Indeed. Tonight's player of the game will be presented by DMK PA at the end of the night. I want to thank all our sponsors for making this season possible and bringing these games to you. Will Height knocks the ball out of bounds. Will stay with the Devils.
Andrew uses that outside hand. He gets a steal, and he's off to the other end. Inside hand. Great effort.
He was right there in front of the Scott County bench. Brown closely guarded by Middleton, who's checked into the game.
County plays this. It's almost like a zone. See that? And
going to get a handsy foul there as Blackwell was driving and somebody trying to reach in for the ball. It was Hamilton and got some arm. 1:01 to play, first quarter. Scott County up 13-10. They've scored the last 8. Floater. Oh, Hamilton looked like he had the block, but they're going to give him the second foul on this possession.
I thought that was an absolutely beautiful block. I don't know if there's body
certainly
down low.
Looked it to me, and it's to 1 now. Significantly, as Henderson makes the first free throw to break 8-0 Cardinal run. Hamilton will sit down probably for a while. After this, Devils will be in the bonus for the rest of the half. Second one goes down as well. 1-point game. Richardson checking in. He'll replace Grigsby. So senior for a senior.
There's the good cross-court pass right there. Keep going, Micah.
Glenn to the rack.
Good.
He's got 8. Micah has come to play. 40 seconds to play, first quarter.
Stay down, Micah.
The drive, the floater, off. Elias Richardson with the rebound. Middleton will bring it up for the Cards. Under 30 seconds to play. Good first quarter after a start.
Not sure about Richardson, Cal. I think he's kind of checked out on us a little bit here.
He needs to awaken the offense a little bit.
Does.
This will be a good spot. But Glenn will shoot that one off the front rim. Brown picks up his dribble, but nice timely pass on the break. Glenn comes in late to get the foul to stop.
Pretty good block right there.
Seen a couple that we felt were pretty questionable.
Yes.
The funny thing is, Daniel Brown's the one looking for an explanation from the official over. Just chatting with Micah.
Yeah, I wonder what.
Can't imagine what he'd be asking about. They've had one foul call.
Right.
Pretty much got to do what they want on the offensive end as Henderson misses the second. So 15-13. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Jay-Z pushing it up. He will get the shot off, but he can't roll it in. Side rim.
He was getting ready to get a lot better look had he not lost the handle.
So Micah Glenn. So fairly good quarter defensively, other than the fouls. But I thought as far as situational defense and being where they need to be, the Cardinals played that one well.
Yeah, I mean, again, a lot of long jump shots from Henry Clay, which is what Scott County desperately wants and desperately needs. They need to keep people out of the paint and off their own offensive glass, and they did a pretty good job doing that.
Warwick is not walking through that door.
No, you're exactly right. Thank goodness.
Freshman of the year in the Horizon League for the Norse up at Northern Kentucky.
And was player of the year in 11th region last year. Is that correct?
Yeah, I believe he was. He should have been if he wasn't.
Yes.
That's for darn sure. I think either one you could not go wrong with. 15-13 as we start the second quarter. Cards will open up with the basketball. Andrew Wilhite inbounds to Jay-Z Middleton.
Need a bucket here out of the
We've seen this year.
Yep, out of timeouts and out of at the end of.
Richardson kicks it back to Glenn, finds Middleton. Wilhite in the corner.
Henry Clay in a zone.
Cross-court pass, very dangerous, and Micah couldn't save it.
There's still if Will Height just uses Jay-Z, he doesn't need to skip that across there. That wasn't,
No.
that's what happens there. Go back to Jay-Z and then swing the ball quick.
Back in the day, the skip pass was considered something you shouldn't do, and now they all do it. It can be beneficial when you find an open three, but when you're just trying to run off, it doesn't work. Inside to Lynch and one. Chance to take the lead for Henry Clay.
It's just too easy with Richardson on him right there. It's just way too easy. Just not a whole lot of life, not a lot of bits to him in there.
They're going to give the second foul to Micah Glenn there. Now Tim Glenn is saying, what more can our guys do than go straight up? Fouls are 8-1, and some of the fans pointing that out.
Yes.
Tied at 15.
As Henry Clay's going to press off.
Off a miss.
Misses and makes.
Yeah,
Yep.
either or. 3-point attempt for Haynes is off. And the rebound comes down to Lynch. Devil chance to go in front once again. Kanye Henderson. Off, but a nice, timely, well-placed rebound by Lynch. Arm for Henry Clay to make it 17-15.
Absolutely killing them right there. They have to find somebody when the ball goes up and put a body on them.
Three-pointer for Haynes, deep
Partially
in the right
blocked.
corner, not even close, but they're going to catch a break as Henderson, coming back in bounds, was still on the line when he touched the ball.
He partially blocked that right there.
He did, couldn't save it. Notice Henry Clay missing his guy who's averaged 12.2 points per game for them this year. So he's missed 4 of their 15 games so far, so this will be number 5.
Just keep running offense.
For 3, probably not a good choice, as it just was the first 3 that came to them. But Mosby fighting hard for the rebound, and they're going to get lynched for the foul.
The long arm got him right there.
The long arms of Mosby. A gangly fella who, if he can get those arms shooting threes and in a rhythm, this team is better for it.
Yes. He's very dangerous. He just needs to get himself in offensive opportunities.
Steal for Henry Clay.
Ooh.
And what a spin move to finish it off by Madison. 4 for the Devils, and they're back to a 4-point lead.
Put Jay-Z in the washing machine.
Glenn pull up 3, no good. Rebound Mosby.
Mosby's going after it. Great sight.
Middleton, floater, no good. Rebound, Blackwell.
Yeah, that's not his game either.
7-0 run for the Devils. Trying to build on it here. Kanye Henderson slows it down.
Standing straight up on defense. They can't call the knives. Yeah, they
No,
can't.
it's going to be an offensive foul.
I thought so.
Once in a while, you think it evens itself out when it gets to that point where it's 8-1. And somebody looks up at the scoreboard and says, "Yeah, that ain't right."
Right.
And they make ticky-tack calls like that. There you go. Makes everybody happy, or reasonably so. 5:30 to play, first half, 19-15.
Close to a 5-second call there, but I think he had a little bit of space where they're not counting. Now he's counting.
It's one of those things that's not called consistently, so it's hard to know. Haynes, nice pass from Middleton, and Isaiah with the finish inside, short jumper. 19-17, Cards within 2 once again. Hamilton's going to check back into the game with 2 fouls. That's going to be the 9th team foul there on the Cards. Jay-Z will pick it up.
And it gets just dribble. If they put the ball on the floor and just go by somebody on Scott County, if you have to play defense to your advantage. If the guy's quicker than you with the ball, you have to back off and make shoot over top.
1-1. This will be the last 1-1 before the double bonus.
Yeah, with 5:02 in the second quarter.
It's going to be tough. A lot of free throws going to be shot down the stretch here. Madison, 2 points, trying to build on that. Makes the first. He'll get another. Henry Clay, 3-point lead.
Got Jeremy back in with 2 fouls.
Not going to have much choice. Just about everybody's going to have 2 fouls pretty soon. Now Hamilton rebound. And both teams playing with an 8-man rotation basically tonight. So down to the bare minimum in this COVID season.
Can't stand. Come out and somebody needs to come screen.
Mosby spins around Madison. Nice move. Floater to the hole. Gets it to drop in off the rim.
Great move.
Nick with the good finish. Gets him back within one.
Oof.
Brown pull up. Right elbow extended. Rolls it in.
That's twice. That's
done that twice.
Right. That's what kind of shooter's touch he has.
Did it on a 3. Now he's done it on a 2. Conlon Brown can't get it to go, but Mosby fighting hard on the offensive glass tonight. He'll get fouled. I think it was on the floor.
That's Nick's 3rd or 4th offensive rebound.
At least his 3rd in this quarter.
Right.
Foul on Henderson, 4th personal, with 4:11 in the second quarter. Jay-Z will be under play to
Straight
Mosby.
up.
Good finish by Mosby. Might as well let him do it.
Right. Nick is longer. He's a bad matchup for people, and as soon as that is when he gets off and running.
Signs of life again from the Cards. 22-21 Devils under the 4-minute mark. It's there, but they'll find Brown open for a 3, and he'll knock it down. Conlon Brown, 8. One shy of Harrison Lynch's 9 for the Devils. A.Z. Blackwell, their leading scorer, has not scored. Cards have shut him down.
Now let's get a defensive stance down here. We need a stop.
2-point game, 3:23 and rolling. Second quarter. Deep 3 by Brown. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Heat check for Conlon Brown, who's got 11.
Somebody shoot from 25 and he knocks it down.
That's when you tip your hat. Grigsby will try to match it. No. Rebound, strong rebound. Jeremy Hamilton tips back the 3rd try. He missed the first layup after the rebound, but got it to go down. 28-25.
There's that athleticism there.
He can do what he wants when he wants. As Coach Glenn says, rebounds are about the want to. And it's not just him. It's a lot of guys fit that description this year. That was a walk for Brown.
Yep. You want a shooter like that that's catch and shoot, put it on the floor, and that's what happens.
So a chance maybe to tie. Scott County within 3 with 2:34 to play.
I don't know if Mosby asked to come out, but I mean, he's maybe going to get a breather. I don't know. Maybe they're going to get him back in here in the last.
Can't afford to keep.
I don't understand that. The shooter that he is, if he misses 3, he may hit his next 4.
And he hasn't missed much inside tonight.
No, he hadn't.
Drive for Grigsby. Bad shot. He had Richardson open in the corner.
And that's what happens when you limit yourself offensively, and Mosby's on the bench there.
Floater missed. Rebound. Strong rebound. And the Devils up 5 once again with 2 minutes to play in the half. Glenn gets his pass knocked down and saved by Henderson to Madison. And another down who's hit 3 3-pointers in a row.
He is on fire. He's that type of shooter.
I think it's in the genes. Eight-point lead for the Devils after the Cardinals went up 5 in the first quarter. So since then, 23-10.
Well, when you catch a guy, you just have to, right now, Cal, you got to go straight denial on Brown. I mean, you can't help.
Yeah, at this point, you can't concede that to him anymore. He's proven it.
What year is he?
I think he's pretty young. I want to say sophomore.
He looks like
he is a sophomore.
5th grader.
Deep 3 by Middleton is no good. Hamilton with the rebound on the backside. They'll get it to Richardson for second chance 3. No good. It'll stay with the Cards.
Richardson is 0 for 3 with no life, and it's not even close. I mean, you can see the body language as he walks off the floor when he gets replaced. My father would have had some nice words for all the guys who are walking off the floor, which goes like this: just keep walking.
Yeah. Haynes was 7, Hamilton was 6, Mosby was 6, Glenn with. There's some notable zeros in there.
Let's see if
It's got to be rectified.
Right. Let's see if Haynes can pick up the slack where Richardson.
Grigsby has also not scored, so no points from the seniors tonight, as of yet.
Be ready to help. Jeremy can't pick up the
Madison
foul.
all by himself, and he's going to draw the bailout foul. Then,
because I didn't.
I'm so used to seeing the fouls go the other way in this half that I was anticipating.
I thought they were going to get Jeremy at the last minute for on his third foul right there. I was like, no way.
Saw 2 months ago, but the result so far has been the same, 33-27, and the Cards discombobulated offensively as they were in that first one. Glenn, catch and shoot from deep. No. The rebound comes down to Henry Clay.
See Michael's feet right there, Cal. Very spread apart, not shoulder width apart. And that's, he struggles a lot with that.
Not squared up. Final seconds, 6-5, 4. Henderson can't bank it in. Conlon Brown, the sophomore, has been the story with 14 points.
Great half.
Harrison Blackwell's a senior. He hasn't scored tonight. Holman's a senior. He's not. This is a young Henry Clay team that's going to be heard from for a while. 33-27 is a little one shining moment being played. There's the Luther version. There's a Teddy Pendergrass version. I think there's a. Trying to think. There's a female version of it too. They tried one year, just didn't fly. $33-27.
Well, I mean, it's kind of
it's doable.
It is.
It's kind of where they were in so much of that second quarter. It's still manageable at 6. The 3-pointers are concerning because they've done everything pretty well defensively until Brown went off.
He did, and also there's been a couple of big offensive rebounds at Henry Clay. We have to protect our defensive board. I know they're giving up offensive rebounds down on their end as well. While Nick Mosby's proven that he's doing a bang up job on the board. He just has to keep his energy up and let Coach Glenn know, hey, I'm staying in here. I'm staying in this game.
To step up certainly in the second half for this to be. We get some water here. It's a good thing right now.
Yes, sir.
So tomorrow night, final game of the regular season, Great Crossing is going to host LCA. That should be a good matchup.
It will be a good one.
Teams, on paper, it looks like 2 evenly matched teams. I guess the question we've got right now that everybody has is, to play or not to play. That is the question, right? Because with the rules being what they are, if you or any team you play has an issue with COVID, you basically forfeit the playoffs.
And then you mix in Shakespeare, and it was even,
yeah, it makes it seem more foreboding.
It really does. That was nice, Cal.
Yeah, a little bit. So, I think you're darned if you do and darned if you don't. Steve Page said to me, we're so young. So
yeah.
he scheduled a couple of games this week.
Sure. You know what? And we're talking about 15 to a couple 18-year-olds maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing you do worry about at this point is the mere fact, where are their legs right now without a whole lot of practice and time off? There hasn't been that straight through season where you just get tip top shape. You get in good shape, and next thing you know, you go on COVID protocol. You're down for 10 days and can't do a thing.
Well, and the problem is there isn't 10 days to go down now because
right.
The district tournament starts basically a week from tonight, or a week from tomorrow, or at the latest for people a week from Wednesday. So anything COVID related would put you out at this point. So after tonight, Tim Glenn's going to shut it down. I'm pretty sure Steve Helton has shut it down. Glenn Wilson has shut it down.
Yep.
For the Great Crossing girls.
Yeah, because the Bardstown, Scott County is supposed to play.
That was called off. He did that mostly fact that they had played so many games in a short amount of time.
Yeah, he and I had that discussion. Are you really going to turn around after Douglas and go to Bardstown? He's like, I can't. He's like, I cannot do that.
No.
I said, probably a pretty wise choice right there, my man.
Nope. And it's interesting. Great Crossing girls have lost 4 in a row going into the playoffs. So that's one of those situations where sometimes you're better off canceling it in that situation. So again, 6 of one and half dozen of the
Sure.
other.
Not bad shooting. Well, you know what? It was. Scott County shot, shot a little bit better at 30.
And for the most part, I think, Scott County was giving Henry Clay the shots it wanted Henry Clay to take. Brown,
Right, absolutely.
You challenge Brown, and eventually he was hitting them from 25 feet away, and you tip your hat and say, good job.
Right. Battle of the board, Scott County 17, Henry Clay 16.
That's good because that's been a problem.
And it actually has been pretty clean. I mean, you got a total of 11 turnovers with Henry Clay having 8 of those.
So 3 for Scott County. It's just been the shooting. The fouls, a lot of those fouls were smart fouls. They were making Henry Clay go to the line. They were denying the easy stuff inside.
Henry Clay. And we're 100%.
That's that
was the and one from Micah.
That's reminiscent of the Douglas Scott County girls game last week, which ended a 40-game streak in the district. I believe it was 37 attempts to 8.
Oh, that'll do it.
That will do it every time.
That will do it.
In a 6-point game.
Henry Clay already back out on the floor. Coach Brown said, keep doing what you're doing. Get a drink, and let's get back out.
Absolutely. AZ Blackwell, he sat because of 3 fouls, so he had 3 of the 5 fouls. He only played 7 minutes. He's their leading scorer for the Devils, so you would expect him to make a little more of an impact here in the second half. Conlon Brown, though, 5 for 3 assists for JZ Middleton. Scott County scoring, very balanced, as we said. Glenn 8, Haynes 7, Hamilton 6, Mosby 6. Got to get Brigsby and Richardson into it, and Middleton.
You know what? The only thing that's bothersome about that is even though he's up or doing everything he can and stand in the gym if he's not shooting well.
Either a week from tonight or a week from tomorrow, Scott County will be playing in the district. If they lose this game, I think it's fairly safe to say they're going to be playing Sayre in the first round.
Yeah.
And then the winner will get Douglas.
We'll get Douglas, that's right. Kind of a play-in game almost.
And it is a play game, the only quarterfinal game. And honestly, Scott County Sayre was a toss-up game, came down to a free throw with 2.6 seconds left here during the regular season. But it's the they can catch fire, and we saw it happen last year. So
exactly right. Sayre can play. Sayre is no pushover. They can play.
That's for sure. District tournament is you can't assume anything. Henry Clay was considered maybe the second or third best team in the whole state coming into last year, and they got knocked out.
Yep.
And did not go to regions. So memorable. Was it double or triple over
here?
103 to 100 or something like that.
Yep. We had Warwick went for 40 some, and Jackson went for.
I was at Franklin County that night for the Great Crossing Frankfort game, which also went overtime.
Was a good one, yes.
Frankfort knocked out Great Crossing. Speaking of that, they had their draw or their coaches meeting yesterday. It ended up being a 3-way tie for second place. So
I know this morning
he'll be the one playing against longtime friend Coach Page in the semifinal round.
Yep, exactly right. He's got Frankfort Christian on Monday.
And then we'll get that's certainly an overwhelming favorite there. And Coach Page and I have talked about it a lot. I think you could put all 4 of those teams in a hat again.
You could, and they're playing at Western Hills, so Western Hills is obviously going to play different at home.
The games against Franklin County, Western Hills, Frankfort all came down to the last seconds. Probably Western Hills was the one that was the least dramatic, and that was still a comeback. They were down 6 with about 6 minutes to play.
Yep, exactly right.
And against Frankfort, Christian Martin had the 2 buckets in seconds.
The steal, the miss, and the putback.
3 shots in less than 5 seconds. I don't think you could do that again if you try NBA All-Star 3-point competition.
That's right.
So we are just about set for second half action. Scott County down 6, 33-27. Don't want to say it's a must win, but I feel like, in terms of seeding and positioning for what comes next week.
Yep. Scott County should
And
get the ball.
First half starting lineup, you will see Haynes replacing Richardson, it looks like.
Not a bad move in my book.
Richardson's got no fouls. He's also 0 for 4 from the field, so it's not a foul situation. Coach's decision. Henry Clay ball. Lynch up top, hands off. You get it over in the corner to Blackwell, who gets right into the rhythm right away after not scoring in the first half.
We got to close out on him.
Biggest lead of the night, 9 points.
I'd like to see Scott County run a little flex offense here.
Grigsby, stop and pop, good.
Nice.
Right baseline, 14-footer.
Yeah, and watch out if he hits his, he gets that first one out of the way. He's liable to start hitting from everywhere.
He is that kind of kid.
Yes, he is.
He can carry you on his shoulder. The Sayre game.
Oh, it's a walk.
Cross court, they'll get it to Conlon Brown wide open, and you can't leave him there. For the third time tonight, he gets the shooter's roll.
If anybody asks if he has a soft touch.
He's got angels on his shoulder, I think, if not. Because Grigsby, I thought he walked, but he got it to Haynes, and Haynes misses the layup. Ball don't lie. Rebound goes to Henry Clay as a nice save by Blackwell to Lynch.
Fine Brown.
Long pass. They found Brown, but he threw it to Hamilton.
Keep going, Jeremy. Don't stop.
Hamilton to the rack. It's good. Jeremy Hamilton with 8.
Got a little speed. Brown standing out here. We should not be in.
Catch and shoot 3 is money. AZ with 2 quick threes. Mosby will match it at the other end. Can't get into basket swapping, but they certainly needed one there to get within 8.
Nick can bring them back quick.
Yes, he can.
But the key is stop.
They've got to find a way to stop Blackwell and Brown from hitting threes. Brown with another.
Yes.
Finally misses. Mosby rebound. Greg tempo. Finds Haynes in the corner, rather. Off. Rebound Hamilton. Quick shot. No good. Rebound Mosby. Another tough offensive board for him. And a reset.
Ooh, there's a good pass.
Inside
right
to Haynes all alone.
Good
Beautiful
pass,
dish from Grigsby.
Nice look. Now we got a little energy. I know down 6 points, but you can see with the different personnel in there, Cal. This is the correct personnel right here.
This is the 5 that's bringing you the most life right now.
Absolutely. This is the correct personnel.
I think that's been the trouble for Coach Glenn, is finding that 5 at any given time this year, because it changes, and it's hard to put your finger on that pulse. Blackwell,
he's off and running.
No matter where he's at, after being shut out in the first half.
That's eight quick ones for him.
Henry Clay by 8, so he's responsible for that. So it's just inability to get stops right now. Scott County's offense is doing fine, but just got to find a way to not the back and forth. Scott County
down 8.
Yeah, that's the key right now. But Mosby will go to the line as Lynch will get called for the foul. We'll roll reversal from the first half.
Great cut by Mosby. Good look by Micah.
Like the way Nick's playing tonight.
Yep.
And I like definitely the unselfishness of Micah and Chase to give him the ball. He makes the first free throw. That puts Nick in double figures. Hamilton, Glenn, Haynes, all.
Boy, he's got
hits them both. 6-point game once again.
So much upside to him. He just has to. It's all about playing and experience.
Get a
and
stop.
the weight room. And the weight room.
Yeah, that too. Blackwell with the quick first step. Fouled out front by Mosby. I think that's his third. Indeed, it is.
Did Jeremy get a foul?
Nah, that's the first foul of the half.
Okay.
So Hamilton has whatever he had in the first half, which is 2. Just about everybody had 2. Blackwell with the drive. They're going to get that on Mosby too, or they're going to get somebody else out front. Yeah, that's rough. That's on Mosby with 4:32 to play in the third quarter. I don't think he's going to have any choice now but to put Elias Richardson in the game.
Yeah.
So we'll see if sitting and watching for 3. 3-point attempt is off, and the rebound for Haynes. So Scott County does get a stop.
Get some movement.
Trying to do it all by himself right now. Bumps into Brown, gets some space, misses the jumper. Blackwell gets fouled by Wilhite after grabbing the rebound. At least that keeps Henry Clay from getting the break going.
Yeah.
That's about all you can say.
Got to keep Blackwell under control at the other end. He is.
He's gone off.
Yes.
You kind of get lulled to sleep thinking, okay, he didn't score in the first half, although there was a reason for it.
Wasn't out on the floor, was he?
7 minutes out of the 16. Not in the second quarter at all. Brown with a drive. Glenn hacks him. Tried to go up straight as his dad is demonstrating on the sideline. That's the third on Micah.
Yep.
Foul trouble is mounting. Conlon Brown. Get back, son. Gets the second one to fall. 18 points for the sophomore. And it's a 3-possession game again at 45-38. Glenn drives, strong take. Misses it, gets his own rebound. Kicks it back to Elias. He finds Haynes and gets it back to Glenn.
It generates some offense here. Everything is just on their own, if you notice.
Yeah.
That's why I'd like to see a flex right now. Get the flex and keep screening. Keep going.
Glenn drive, kick to Richardson. Pops from 14 feet. Can't get it to roll in. Boy, he needed that one. I think it's a confidence thing with him right now.
Yes, it is.
Blackwell will back it out. 3:07 and counting, third quarter.
Will Hite doing a good job just staying back. Just with that cut right
Blackwell, jump stop.
Yep.
Good. Man, he is just smooth. 10 points this quarter. 9-point lead. Grigsby to the hole. Blocked by Brown. Recovers. Can't get the second shot to go down, and Lynch grabs the board. Henderson to the rack. Fouled by Haynes.
Done down here, Cal. There's no offense being run. It's just everything is one-on-one, trying to beat your man off the dribble. And I know I've seen him run offense, and I've seen him successful running offense.
And again, as you've said a couple of times, the body went down.
Sure.
It's just worrisome. Henderson at the line. Clock stop 2:41, third quarter. Gets the first roll in. Lead is double digits. Middleton checks in for Grigsby. $11-point lead. They've spent a lot of time at the line, and they've cashed in, have the Devils.
They have.
Middleton.
Need a little something. Here we go. Here's some movement. Get movement now.
Glenn.
Screen. Good.
Can't find the open man. Tries to skip past to Middleton. Too tall. Ball to Blue Devil Brown, and they have not relinquished it.
No, they need to take small chunks, but they can't see the drive.
Uncontested baseline, Kanye Henderson.
Elias said no. I mean, doesn't help. There's no help at all.
Micah Glenn gets bumped out front by Mason Hawkins.
Very frustrated right now. You can see each and every one of them very frustrated.
Yeah, there's just waiting to see that positive energy right now. They need a flux of it to be sure. Time even getting the ball in bounds there, but 2 minutes to play, third quarter. Rebound comes down to Miller. Blackwell. I don't think he's missed yet. Now he has in the third. Wilhite on the run, finds Glenn. Short on the three. Haynes fighting for the rebound. He'll get fouled by Hawkins. Now a little extracurricular. They're going to call double technical or double foul or something of that nature. And they'll probably.
It just can't. One of those things where Haynes threw the ball really hard off of the Henry Clay player and they came back at each other.
Didn't like it. And we'll see what happens in this exchange.
Mosby's got 4 fouls, right?
He does.
Okay.
I guess this was an offsetting penalties situation. He kind of made the technical signal, but I think it was personal fouls. One on hand. Around. I don't know. And one. Jay-Z bringing the energy that's sorely needed with 1:29 remaining third quarter.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time. That's what we need. They need a little pick-me-up here by Jay-Z.
Energy and stops. Not necessarily in that order. Middleton can't complete the three-point play. Rebound Miller. Stepped on the end line. It will go back to Scott County. So a break there. Get it to single digits. Hamilton inside, up and down.
If anything, it'd be a jump ball.
They're going to call him for the walk. The right idea.
Right idea, but he was coming at Jeremy. Jeremy's getting out. There's a walk right there.
They don't call it. It goes to Blackwell, guarded by Hamilton, who steals it. Jeremy was going to get the ball back. Hell or high water there. Missed it. Rebound, Lynch. Foul on Grigsby, who didn't like the call but kind of knew it. That's going to be a 1-on-1. Tim Glenn with what seems to be a passionate conversation, even with the mask on. I think the loose translation is call it the same at both ends.
Yes.
Harrison Lynch at the line, first quarter tonight. He has 9 points.
I don't think he's far from giving Coach Glenn a little T action.
Nope.
I saw him put his whistle in his mouth right there, and I thought he was getting ready to.
He's close. He's doing a good job hearing him out without losing it yet. Lynch makes them both. 13-point game. He has 11. Wilhite drive, head fake, spin. Good. Andrews on the board.
First shot of the night, 1 for 1.
He's the kind of guy that you don't get a ton of offense out of him, but he does so many other little things. They could use that energy here, too. Final 20 seconds of the third quarter.
Need to get a little defensive stand right here.
Henderson leans into Grigsby, 10 seconds. Henderson drive, tied up, knocked away. Miller, good. And that was a big one as the Middleton from well beyond half court is not close. And it's a 55-42 game with 8 minutes to play. So this one turning around, Derek?
Well, yeah, there's always a chance with that 3-point line out there.
That's
but
true.
It's when you're struggling on both ends, and that's what we're doing.
Slim and none, and Slim just left the building.
They don't need Mr. Warwick to walk through that door, do they?
No, they don't. They've got Mr. Brown and Mr. Blackwell, and that's all they need tonight.
That's it.
Brown has hit 5 threes. Blackwell had 10 points in the third quarter. By comparison, Scott County as a team has 3 threes.
Coach Glenn still have a discussion with the one particular referee.
Elbow good. He's in double digits with 11, and that's the deficit right now, 55-44. High pass corralled by Henry Clay's Madison. Brown covered by Middleton. Somebody needs to cover him. Now he's doubled, and it's thrown away. Hamilton, though. Jeremy doing what he did at Douglas. He's got 10, 9-point game.
I think they need to go.
Grigsby trying to get the bench fired up.
Now they do need to go trap here. Cal, anytime the ball switches or a handoff, they need to, especially the smaller guards.
They trap Henderson. Tie up, no call.
Oh.
Grigsby. Kick to Middleton. Haynes.
I was going to say, Isaiah can take him.
Drive to the foul line. Can't get it to fall. Rebound Lynch. Middleton to Haynes. Haynes to the rack. Too strong. Rebound Henderson with a flying elbow. Down to Miller at the baseline. Miller shoots.
No way.
Partially blocked by Hamilton, but the rebound by Henderson. And that is a killer.
Again, that's the guy who shot the ball, getting the ball. No, Miller shot the ball.
Correct.
Henderson was not blocked out.
Baseline drive gets fouled by Lynch. Best news, clock stops with 6:02 remaining. Jeremy Hamilton, 10 points. He's improved the free throw shooting incrementally this year.
Yes, he has.
For sure. Missed a couple at Douglas and misses this one here, but the difference in free throws taken tonight has been significant. He doesn't make the second as it rattled in and out, and the rebound comes down to Blackwell.
Yeah, there's 2 possessions. We should have had a layup out of Haynes on this end and then 2 missed free throws. Back on it.
11-point game, it stays with 5:50 to play. Blackwell gets fouled out front.
On Blackwell out around midcourt. That's he's so good off the dribble. That's the kind of stuff you have to know. Yes.
Yep, makes the first.
You were doing that reverse psychology thing, weren't you?
I was trying. Trying like heck. Trying like heck. Makes them both 5. What can the Cards cook up? Middleton lost the ball. Hamilton recovered it. Hamilton finds Grigsby inside. Nice move with the head fake to get the ball. Little floater from 6 feet. It's once again within 11.
Time for Scott County. You got four juniors and one senior on the
Hamilton with the steal. Ball
Maybe.
on the floor, though. He fights for it again and will get the timeout. So good play, good hustle by Jeremy.
Jeremy's playing hard. He really is.
Certainly is tonight. Can't. But time is away.
Sure is.
Be at Bryan Station next week. And right now, looking like SC going to be in that 4-5 game unless something turns around here in a hurry.
The one you don't want.
Certainly don't, because you got to win twice to get the regions against two very good basketball teams.
Yes.
A mystery team. They've hung in there with some really good competition. Lost some games pretty handily to some teams that aren't really 42nd district caliber. So
when do you come back with Mosby? I mean, you're down. You know, you're down
think
11
soon. I mean, but by the 4-minute mark, certainly.
Yes, absolutely.
I think he's one of the few guys that's generating his own offense tonight. We shall see. Hamilton inside to Grigsby. Grigsby drive. This is Hamilton strong, but loses the handle, and it will go to the Devils.
Nice drive by Chase. I think he was surprised about how wide open he was. That's why he shot it so strong.
He hasn't been that wide open very often. Henry Clay sticks to you like a glove.
Push off, yeah.
Yeah. I thought maybe Grigsby grabbed a little jersey, and that's what Henderson's saying, but he also did use the arm bar.
And then after the whistle, Brown shoots a three and hits it.
Of course he does.
Right. What can Brown do for you?
I'm surprised he didn't, roll around the rim for a second or two before
right, there
winning.
you go.
That was
exactly
the surprising part. Will Height, Middleton. Middleton floater. Not a good shot, but Hamilton there with a rebound. Gets fouled. Will go to the line. 4:24 to play.
Jeremy's always around the ball. He just needs to cash in right here.
Jeremy Hamilton, 2 more chances to convert from the line here. Makes the first. Gets it to a 10-point game. Hasn't been this close in a while, Derek.
No, I know. Need to cut this thing in half, but at least a 2.5-minute mark would be nice.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
So you're telling me there's a chance, yes.
Grigsby chases down the long rebound. Big opportunity for Scott County here. Bounce pass inside, Grigsby to Haynes. Haynes in traffic shuffled the feet, but got fouled and will go to the line. And he's happy about it. .411 clock stops.
Yeah.
Haynes to shoot 2.
Isaiah's got a nice body underneath there. I mean, he's a strong kid. He just needs to work. There comes Mosby.
Well, Tim might have thought about it for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta have.
There he goes.
Guys who can score in there right now.
You can't save him for too long. Haynes makes them both. He has 13 points to lead the Cardinals. 8-point game.
Here comes the pressure.
Grigsby on Henderson. He's gotten into Henderson's head a little bit lately. Give him space, please.
I hope at this point in the game he does launch some threes, and if he,
it might be.
Right,
that gives you a puncher's chance. If he makes them, great. If he doesn't, you got a shot. Blackwell, step back.
Tough matchup there.
Got fouled. Fortunately, it didn't go in. He'll have to earn them from the free throw line. That's Woolheight's 3rd foul. Everybody but you and I have 3 fouls.
Yep.
4-4. Blackwell makes the first. 13 points all in the second half as he tries to get the lead back to 10 with this second one. Down and in.
It's a smooth left-handed stroke.
AZ Blackwell with 14 points. And what do we got here? Coach Brown wants a timeout. 61-51 with 3:45 to play. Coach Page checking in. He thinks the Sayre game counts as 2. See, I thought that was just like it figuratively counted as 2. I didn't know if it literally counted.
Well, he
as
was
2.
telling me. Who is that? Who says that?
Coach Page.
Oh, Coach. Okay.
Great Crossing. That may be the case. That certainly wouldn't hurt.
No.
We'll see what Tim says after the game.
I come down to a coin toss.
With no recourse.
Yes.
I don't see a realistic path for a team in the 4-5 game to come out the next night.
Stranger things have happened.
Stranger things. I probably didn't see a path for them to beat Lexcalf last year
Right.
either. But if I were being honest, stuff happens in February and March, and this year April. Nice give and go there as Haynes gets underneath from the dish from Glenn.
Nice pass, nice move.
15 points for Isaiah Haynes. It's an 8-point game once again. Lynch guarded closely by Haynes. He finds Henderson. Mosby picks it.
He did not foul, but I didn't know that they weren't going to call a foul.
He might for his 5th there, and now J.Z. Middleton will check in. I guess no, he won't check in because the ball was already in play.
This is almost like a playground ball right there. I was going to say, you got to see something here.
This is AAU-ish, to say the least. Now we're going to have a conversation about whether the ball was in play or not. Momentum here, it's on their side, it seems like, lately. Yes, they're going to let Jay-Z in the game. Andrew Wilhite will sit down. So you've got Grigsby, Middleton, Glenn. Glenn inside to Haynes. Haynes has taken over lately. Can he?
Yeah, he just, with his great legs, he catches it and just goes up in the middle, as he should. He's gathering himself and he's going straight up, and good things are happening.
Clock stops at 2:59. Chance to make it a 5-point game. Harrison Lynch has fouled out with 9 points. 11.
They're going to use Mosby and Wilhite here for offense, defense, which is a move.
Point game. He has 9 this quarter. He has 18 on the night. Fans have gotten into here in their limited number.
Just play straight. No, don't need to foul. Good.
Blackwell spins away, short from the baseline, but a rebound from Miller, and now a 3-point attempt from Brown is a dagger.
Dagger. That's what you call that.
With a capital D.
For him to have the.
And he was wide open.
The you-know-what fortitude to.
Onions.
Onions. Absolutely.
Sophomore, ladies and gentlemen. Middleton with a deep 3 to try to match it. Back rim, no good. A rebound, Blackwell. That. And Henderson gets a 10 away by Middleton. Now he'll check it up.
Now
get his big Grigsby from the top for 3. Yes. 5-point game again
we
with
go.
2:03 to play.
I said cut it in half by the 2-minute mark.
It's done.
Lo and behold.
So let it be written, so let it be done. Brown and Grigsby with matching threes. It's heated up a little bit.
Yeah, what you do out of timeout here, Cal, you have to play no silly fouls, what Coach Brown's telling them is let's get something inside. Let's get to the bucket. Let's get into the lane. Shouldn't come out of an offensive possession without anything but free throws. Either a bucket or free throws is what each offensive is what Henry Clay is going to try to do on their end.
Play. Brown by Middleton. Grigsby knocks the ball away from Henderson and gets it back. Off of Henderson.
Yeah, I think Henderson
Scott County ball.
Reached back for it and hit him in the hand again.
Grigsby and Haynes have been the heartbeat of this team down the stretch.
It's hard taking Jeremy out here because of the game and the rebounding that he does, but you have to have – you got to got 5 guys that have a chance to score on this end.
Yep. Glenn finds Middleton.
You need a screen for – see, right here's where they need to play to get someone open.
Kick to Mosby. Mosby drive through the paint. Floater. Can't get it to go. Tips it back. Third time. Fourth time's a charm.
Boy, Nick. That's the way to stay. That's the way
Put
to
back
stay
with
it.
1:27 to play. Here come Hamilton and Wilhite. 64-61.
These kids are gassed.
Henderson guarded by Grigsby. He's been the thorn in his side this whole fourth quarter.
They're going to go to Blackwell here.
Blackwell goes right at Hamilton.
Yeah, that's what I said. You don't need to fight in that situation. Make Blackwell make a move to do something over top of Jeremy instead of Jeremy fouling him on the floor.
Good news, clock stops. Bad news, AZ Blackwell goes to the line. Both ways for the duration.
This is where no crowd is at a disadvantage.
You don't have your two section or anything. Blackwell with 15 points half after getting shut out before intermission. He's 5 for 5 from the line here in the fourth quarter. 5-point game once again, 75 seconds and rolling.
You don't need to walk that thing up.
No. Grigsby looking. Haynes back to Grigsby. 3-point attempt, loses his man. Advantage Henry Clay, under a minute.
Oh, he dribbled. Yes,
he
dribbled.
Oh, we got the timeout.
Oh, my goodness.
Brown bails him out. And Grigsby can't believe it.
Put out by a timeout. My goodness.
And that's where I don't know how I feel about the coach being able to call the timeouts. I mean, it goes both ways. Some benefits from it, but
yep.
I've seen it change the complexion of a lot of games. EPA. Pretty sure Isaiah Haynes has got the inside track right now. Of course, dramatic things could happen down the stretch and change that. I want to thank all our sponsors. This is our next to last regular season game. If one of our teams should win the district and host a quarterfinal for you here on the Bird's Nest Network and newsgraphic.com. and NFHS Network.
We hope we're back for that one.
We would love to be at either gym for that. Lost the ball. Stolen away by Middleton. 40 seconds.
Got to get some shots off.
Time's a wasting. Chase Grigsby
There you go.
gets a three. A little screen from Hamilton, and they can't get the rebound. It comes down to Blackwell. Blackwell almost threw it away. Brown saved it up ahead to Miller. Late arriving is Glenn, and Miller gets the open layup.
That'll do it.
That will do it. Henry Clay is going to walk out of here with a win. Missed three from Middleton. It will stay with Scott County, but 11.9 seconds.
I thought Chase, bless his heart, had two good looks here down the stretch. He had two really nice. Got him and put himself in that situation, which was great. I mean, he got two good looks off. They just didn't fall.
Scott County is going to fall to 2-5 in the district. Game does will determine the seeding. Grigsby hits a three just to keep it doable. Technically 8.1 seconds, but lots going to have to happen.
Yeah,
here.
Absolutely.
That was Grigsby, not Mosley. Come on, Bill. Get it right, Bill.
Bill Holland getting corrected by the fans here. That's another thing with fewer fans in the building. You have more people that can.
Yeah, and we've never had anybody over our shoulder, but this season we have.
It's one of those things. People up here, they can socially distance, so they can be up here on the second level. Got to get a steal. Got to drive to the hoop. Get fouled. Pray.
Right.
A bunch of other things.
Yeah. Right script out, Cal.
This is like election night, trying to find a path to the electoral win. Well, I see. If they can just knock down this state, and this state. Hamilton will guard Blackwell, who will get it into Miller. Wilhite will foul him. Clock stops at 6.4. Miller will have two.
Miller time.
You got the time. Gotta think he's probably related to Mr. Steve Miller, the assistant.
Those guys should be so fun to watch. My goodness. Won state championship on a team. Made the final score 43.
That sounds like a game from now instead of a game from back then. Good one tonight. The time's running out on Scott County. 69-64 as Miller hits the second free throw. 6.4 seconds to weave a miracle here. Grigsby going to push it and shoot a three as quickly as possible from the bird logo. It's going to sail out of bounds the ball, and that will do it. Your final score, the Henry Clay Blue Devils 69, the Scott County Cardinals fall to 8-10 overall and will await their fate after a bunch of games played here the next two nights. Some good energy in the fourth quarter. Thought it was scotch too late.
Yep, it's just those lulls we talked about in pregame where, a guy has hit 2 3-pointers and you still don't get out on him, and once he pushes the lead up, Scott County just can't seem to have enough firepower on the offensive end to catch up.
Challenging year it has been for Isaiah Haynes. Big with 18 points. He is our DMK CPA. Cards in double figures and another one close. Nick Mosby 13 points, Jeremy Hamilton 10, Chase Grigsby 10, Micah Glenn at 8, all in the first quarter. And those were your leaders for the Cardinals. On the Henry Clay side, they improved to 11-5 on the season, 3-2.
Some kind of
yeah, it's all. I'm going to talk to Coach Glenn and get his. Probably right about that. As Sayre isn't usually in a situation where they're good enough that you have to worry about that. But they have had their moments this year.
Yeah, they definitely are this year. You're exactly right.
21 points for Conlon Brown, the sophomore. 6 3-pointers. AZ Blackwell, 16 points all in the second half. Harrison Lynch was big early. Had 9 of his 11 in the first half. And Kanye Henderson had some ups and downs, especially in the fourth quarter. Turned it over a few times, but he ended up with 9 points. For the Devils.
And I thought Scott Kennedy did a pretty good job on, did do a good job on Brown in the second half.
Threes.
2 threes, yes.
7 points.
But the last one he hit was such a situational three that just blew it open. Absolutely blew it open.
So that will do it. We'll have one more regular season game tomorrow night. We're looking forward to Great Crossing as the Warhawks will host the Lexington Christian Academy Eagles in a good 11th region matchup as they get ready for the postseason as the top seed in the 41st district. Any final thoughts about the Cardinals and where they're at going in? We've done that they look like there's a crisis
that he's going to put on the floor. He's got to see the ones that are really, are trying to be positive and make something happen. And I think he saw it there towards the end of the game. The group that brought them back, when there's 5 scores on the floor and Andrew Wilhite is not going to shoot the ball, but he's going to give you everything on the defensive end. So you do offensive defense there. It's just, close the book on this one as you have to. Get back out on the practice floor and hope for the best in the district tournament.
You got the better part of a week to get things ready for hopefully for the Cards. Unprecedented. For Derek Varney, for James Scoggin, for Mike Scoggin, for DT Wells, I'm Merely Cal Oaks. Be back with you in a little less than 20 hours for Great Crossing and LCA, and beyond that, playoffs in a couple of weeks. Until then, have a great rest of your evening, folks. Thank you for joining us.